started. Will you please wait for a minute?
Oh, yes.
Join me in the office there.
Thank you.
पवन देख लो इंद्रधनुष खींच गया गगन धरती का देख के मिलन समझन
हिंदुस्तान जाएंगे। सफर का इंतजाम हो सकेगा ना? क्यों नहीं, मैं अभी इंतजाम करके आता हूं।
चंद्रकला, दुखी न होना चंद्रकला। तुम जो अपनी आवाज खो बैठी हो, भगवान का संकेत है कि मैं जी कर मरने के बजाय मर के जीऊं।
ये है तुम्हारा नया घर, घबराओ नहीं, अंदर चलो। माँ, माँ, हम आ गए। ये है तुम्हारी बहू और ये अपना नन्हा। हम अपने घर आ गए, हम अपने घर आ गए।
द्वारका, मेरा द्वारका।
I'm speaking from Rajkamal Studio, which is one of the finest film studios in India, and I'm here to meet on your behalf its illustrious builder and the great filmmaker, Dr. V. Shantaram. He's just 82 years young. He joined the film industry over 6 decades ago, and he's as dedicated and devoted to his art as now. Did you take to films as a career or a mission? 6 decades ago.
You are taking me back about 65 years or something like that, you see. When I left high school, I was really in search of career, no doubt. First I became a fitter in a railway workshop at Hubli. At the same time, side by side in the evening, I used to be a doorkeeper in the cinema also. Then I was working with a photographer also. So I wanted a career, and for that, you see, one of my maternal elder brother, Babara Pendarkar, he too had taken one picture which has been produced by my guru, Babara Painter. At that time, he asked me, why don't you take me there? And so he asked me to come there. And that's the way that I joined it, as a career.
No, but if you joined it as a career, how does it happen that your very first directorial vehicle, Netaji Palkar, had a very relevant story for the time in which it was made? I remember to have seen that film in my childhood.
Oh, so...
Well, I have been seeing all the films since then.
One thing that after I joined this the film medium, I thought that this medium must be used for the betterment of our society and our country. That feeling I got it. And at that time, you see, our Chhatrapati Shivaji was very popular, you see, and now still he is very popular amongst Maharashtrians, and not only Maharashtrians but all over India. I thought that I should take a patriotic theme, because you know that, you see, that we were under British rule, and we wanted to do indirectly create some atmosphere
to fight against
create an anti-British feeling in a way. So that's
But even before Niraji Palkar, you have played two very significant roles. You played Shelar Mama in Simagad and a very angry peasant in which what I would call the first realistic film made in this country, Saukari Pash. How does it happen?
Oh, there is one thing that now see this coincidence. That Shelar Mama at the age of my about 18 or 19-year-old, I must be there about. I got that my guru told me that you have to do this role of Shelar Mama, which was about Shelar Mama was at the age of about 82. The coincidence is this: I am also now 82, and you are asking me question. so I did that role at that time, and the angry patient role also. Then he asked me to do that, and to be very frank, you see, that role in Saukari Pash, Saukari means money lenders, snooze. That has definitely inspired me to make this film medium useful for our
society,
for the betterment of the society. See.
Or
and from that day,
should I say enlightenment?
Enlightenment, but of course enlightenment. Of course, every story in motion picture will not tell in an entertaining way, no doubt to say. But at the same time, my object of working in that picture also, and my object of my guru is to make that people aware of these money lenders, this in front, taking the farmers and out of these from the hands of these money lenders. So,
but you made film. You acted as Shivaji in silent film.
Yes.
I'm told you had trouble about that film with the censors.
Oh, it was. See, when I started my Prabhat Film Company in 1929, again that our Chhatrapati Shivaji is in our head, and still now it is in my head, you see. Then I produced that Shivaji picture because at that time very young, you see, and at the young age of, he got that fort, Torana. So I named that picture as Swarajya Toran. At that time Swaraj was a word which was not liked by the Britishers particularly. And when I made that picture and sent it for censoring here, see, I was in Bombay, but I was in Kolhapur at that time. Then I got a message from my distributor that this picture, there is some trouble about censor trouble. And the whole censor body is going to come and see. Because the police commissioner, who was an Englishman, he was the chairman of that censor board. At that time I was present there, and when he went to that Majestic Cinema where in the morning we would have a show, first of all, he saw the still photographs which were on the outside. And there was a still photo of Shivaji saluting the flag, his flag. As soon as he saw there, no, this picture we can't pass it, he said immediately, there. See. But anyway, they went inside, and naturally the verdict was that it should be banned. I was very sorry. I said, what is this? It was nothing, I have not said anything about the Britishers or anything. But actually they wanted to curb even that feeling, patriotic feeling also amongst the people, you see. And then ultimately, with great sorrow I can say, I have to cut certain portions from that and release that picture in the name of Udaykal. But the effect was the same, you see. I have to cut it in such a way, I satisfied them, but I have not lost trust in that.
Yes, I remember, I saw that film also. Yes. After the advent of talkies, your social commitment became more pronounced. In Amrut Manthan, you tackled the theme of human sacrifice. In Dharmatma, it was a question of untouchability.
Yes, as you say, it has become pronounced only because that I am having my independent concern, and that's why I started fulfilling that particular mission of mine, that making the cinema medium as I just now said, that for our society and for our country. In Amrit Manthan, though prominently I have tackled human sacrifice, but at the same time I was indirectly I have tried even the sacrifice of animals before goddesses and gods. So where Dharmatma is concerned, which was first named as Mahatma, and I tackled it subject of untouchability. But you'll be surprised to know, at that time, see, certain of our national leaders have formed the governments at different places. That's the way in Bombay also. And that picture, because of the name of Mahatma, it was banned. And at the same time, certain people who are of the higher caste, they also took an objection of this Sant Ekanath, who was the hero of that picture, going to a untouchable's house and take meals. So that picture also was banned and had a lot of troubles. Then afterwards, I have not cut that short particularly, but I had to prove to them that this is an historical fact. But they wanted again certain shots to be cut, you see. I was so much sorry about it, see, that our people are taking objection to these things. Then made small cuts here and there, and then even the Home Minister at that time, who was an Indian Home Minister, he said, you want to cash the name of Mahatma for this picture. It was so mean of him to say like that, you see. Mahatma word has come not from Mahatma Gandhi's time. See, Mahatma has come, that word has come from long time back, you see, thousands of years, he used to call Mahatma. But even then, they objected to that name, and I cut that name for Mahatma. Particularly in Maharashtra. But in other territories, no other government has taken objection to that name, Mahatma. The same picture was released in Bombay. Bombay and Maharashtra as Dharmatma, while in other territories it was released as Mahatma.
Did the theme of women's liberation inspire you to make Amar Jyoti?
I think, see, at that time this women's live, which is now is there, it was not there. But I can say with pride that I was having that theme, that women's live is at that time also, and produced that picture. The women should stand on their own legs. Women should also behave in an independent way, because so many pictures were produced before this Amar Jyoti that the women were falling at the feet of the husbands, and they were thinking that it's the God, whatever he's doing, whether he kicks her, whether he throws her out to see. Even then, that's the. These are the things that have inspired me. Say, I should make a picture where a woman wants to have her own independent way of thinking, as well as way of her attitude also towards the society.
The three films that you made for Prabhat, three social films, are considered to be the classics. Duniya Na Mane, Aadmi and Padosi. Now in Duniya Na Mane, in the original novel, the heroine has a romantic interest. Why you omitted it?
There is some very important and particular reason for avoiding that romantic episode of the novel. What is happening before? Most of the social pictures they were produced. In every picture, there is always that romance, love, prem, pyar, mohabbat, or something like that. I was thinking all the time that why this it is necessary so much. It is so necessary. Are we living? We get a feeling as if that we are only from morning to evening and night. You see, we are only having love like that. So I wanted to avoid it. When the screenplay was ready, I read the screenplay to my partner. And my partner said, Shantaram, see, you are completely avoiding these romantic scenes and prem and pyar and all these things. Do you think that this picture will be successful? Because generally people want those things there. And perhaps it is going to fail, or it will flop, you see. I said, by taking such a risk, you see, if it is going to fail, then let it be a great failure.
But it was a great success.
That is the thing. But funniest thing is this, though it was a success, but I did, when I got letters from different parts of the country, generally when my pictures are released, I used to get, and now still I'm getting letters from different parts of the country. One girl from Andhra, she wrote me that after I saw your picture, I started acting in the same way the heroine is acted in Dunya Na Mane.
Your picture gave her courage.
Courage. And she said everything is all right. But as against that, you see, I got a letter from UP where a lady has threatened me. Shantaram, what is this you are doing? You are breaking our culture, your traditions and all these things. If you are going to produce pictures like that, we'll see that your pictures are not seen by anybody. We'll make satyagraha at the door of the cinema and will not allow anybody to go there. You see. But I never...
No, but why in your very next picture, Admi, you portrayed a prostitute and you got laurels for it. And in the same picture, you sort of debunked the cult of Devdas. What made you do that?
No, it is not the defunct of the cult of Devdas as such. But whatever is taught in, not taught, you see, how the Devdas was ended, though it was a good picture, no doubt. But at the end, you see, as if, see, it was so much tragic, not tragic also, but it is giving false this idea in the minds of the young people that no, if at all we are frustrated in love, we should die, we should commit suicide, we should drink, we should go to prostitutes and something like that. It was a wrong thing, you see, that though it was, I said, see, this is wrong, but it was definitely, to a certain extent, it was an answer, no doubt, to answer or to a retort to that thing.
I think the English title of the film was Life is for Living and not for love.
No, that is the point, you see. At the end, here also the tragedy is there, you see, in this Admi. And the girl, that the prostitute whom he was loving afterward. And
she
then
sentenced to death.
Not sentenced to death, for a life imprisonment or something like that. And that girl says, you see, don't get frustrated or anything. You should carry on doing your work, you see. Because she says, and that police, who is the hero of the picture, he goes on becoming a Havaldar and Jamadar.
Yeah, that shot I remember.
Yes.
Marching in life.
Marching shot. He is doing his duty. But I still feel that should be the real way of see. But after all, what is Prem and Mohabbat? It has got some few moments in the life of a man, a day or something like that.
Talking of love, in a different sense, Padosi also was a theme of communal harmony.
Yes.
Though you never said he is a Hindu or he is a Muslim. Now, what impact did this picture have?
That was at that time you may be knowing that almost every year or alternate year we had Hindu-Muslim riots, not only in Bombay, everywhere all over the country. And I was as you know, that the Britishers were ruling our country by divide and rule. See. So I wanted to make a picture on that. And I did that. Even I take care that the Hindu role was given to a Muslim and a Muslim role was given to a Hindu, only because that so nobody should raise any objection for my certain commitments. And I did that picture only with this intention, and I kept one dam contractor as a representative of the Britishers. Because he wanted to also, because there was a difference of opinion amongst the villagers and they didn't want to have these things. So that divide and rule policy, again, here I brought it. And at the end, of course, see, they come to these...
They die hand in hand.
And they hand in hand or something. But the effect of this picture was so nice, I tell you, that on the first day, when the picture was released in Bombay, a Muslim gentleman came out and he says, "Aaj hamare dil ka mail nikal gaya."
You know, all your heroines of that era have been very militant. Dunya Na Mane, Admi and Shakuntala. Now about Shakuntala, you are changing the Shakuntala into a militant movement, created a lot of controversy. How did you justify this, your change in Kalidas's original concept?
I don't say that I'll justify it, you see, but one thing, a question I'll ask those people who were against these things. Do you know that, see, the original story in Mahabharata of Shakuntala and Dushyant?
Written by Vyas.
Maharshi Vyas.
Yes.
Kalidas made changes in that story. When Kalidas was changing the story, justify changing story, why I should not do it? People ask me, you are not as great as Kalidas, whatever it may be, but he has made the changes as an artist and looking to the present conditions of our country and society. I think that I got every right to make changes, and I did it. I did it, and people accepted it, you see. You'll be surprised to know, I'm a founder member of the Children's Society in 1955. And for various reasons, different chairmen were there, different people were there, staff and everything. And actually the Children's Society was on a deathbed, I can say, when I took it over. By that time, government asked me whether we will be able to do it, you see. In a way, I was really fond of the children films, producing children films.
I think in 1930 you had made a film.
In 1930, in silent picture, I made one silent picture
for children.
Because I'm fond of that. I always think that the children should grow always with good thoughts and everything. But nowadays when I saw what is the things are going on, the commercial pictures and the violence and this and that going on, at that time when I was asked by the government to say, will you please take the chairmanship of this? And as a sincere man, I couldn't say no to that. I said, yes, all right, I will do it. Of course, I'm doing it in an absolutely honorary way, not taking even some benefits, chairman benefits. I'm not getting it at all. Though I was asked by the secretary that why I should not take it. I said, no, let there be one chairman at least who is not taking any benefits at least. So I started doing it, and after I started doing it, then I arranging this international festival also. My main object of having an international festival of children is this, that we should know, my children, they should know what are their brother children are doing all over the world. And we should also know as filmmakers, not myself only, all the filmmakers, old, young and everybody, that in what way the children film should be made, because I want to get them involved in the children film movement. That was my subject. In the international festival, there's one thing I wanted to do, you see. I was really very much hurt about these linguistic provinces. By that, you see, we have been disintegrated, and the more disintegration being done now, you see. So what I'm doing, in this international festival, I make the state governments where I hold this festival, invite five children from each state and come together. And there were 150 children or 200 children there, you see. And from that we also select some jury. I make an international jury of the children. While the elderly jury, according to international law, we have to take the elderly people, you see. But I make that, and they select their own pictures. And object of my calling the children is that they should see the picture, but the main object is this, about the integration. All the children, when they come to here, see, they under one roof, they sit, they discuss, they talk. Some children, they don't know English, how to speak, but they speak in their signs and doing all this, try to understand the language. They don't bother about caste, creed, whether they're Muslims, Hindus, Jains or something like that. And they eat together, dine together, and that was so that I want that the children will go with that integration.
You are now 82 and you have just started a new film. Aren't you content with your past achievements? And do you think you can at this age do the strenuous work of directing and making a film?
Yes, one thing is, as an artist, the contentment is not there, only because when I try to reach the shore of that, where I will get the satisfaction, you see, I see that it is nearer. But when I go there, I see the horizon is still going further, and I am not really satisfied with that, you see. And that's why I'm doing it. And at this age means what, you see. If I'm in this ocean, I must swim. I must go on doing it, you see. And I'm doing that picture, you see, which is called Jhanjar, you see.
People always misspell Jhanjar and Jhanjar.
No, not Jhanjar means how can they feel that Jhanjar? Because many people don't know, even certain Hindi people also don't know the meaning of Jhanjar. Jhanjar means fire. And it is a socio-political picture. Jhanjar means fire of good work should remain burning always, you see. Something like that I'm doing it. But as the question that you asked me at the age of 82, one thing that I tell you, though when I go on the set for shooting or when I go for outdoor shooting, this number, you see, 8 and 2 is always changed, reverse. It becomes 2 and 8. As people see me. Yeah, Bandi.
दीदी कहाँ गए? इतनी देर कहाँ लगा दी? वहीं
अगर हाथ जोड़ वहीं
वहीं
हाँ
इतनी देर कहाँ लगा दी?
ये पड़ा
वहीं
हाँ
वही कहाँ जहाँ तुमने गड़बड़ कर दी।
एक तो ये बंदी
दीदी कहाँ गई थी? तुम्हें ढूंढा दीदी, इतनी देर कहाँ लगा दी? वही कहाँ जहाँ तुमने गड़बड़ कर दी। मैंने क्या किया?
कट ओके